Hello everyone, welcome to IQchess. Hope you're having a fantastic day and thank you so much for joining me with this video. So, setting is today morning. I had just woken up from the bed. I didn't even have my tea and I started off playing some 3-0 Blitz online. A couple of games in, something so incredible happened that I thought of sharing this video with you people right away. Hey guys, a quick word before we move on. This is IQchess while editing. This game happened by early morning, 6 o'clock, and I'm editing right now. It's still 7:30. So right after the game, I thought of immediately going for a recording session. So I might not have sounded that great for a fact, and I might have some critical inaccuracies in my commentary as well. So sorry for that. Let's keep going. So this game you are about to watch is one of the, if not the worst game I have ever played in my life. Period. Now we will go through the game. I will be giving you my thought process behind the moves I make because I don't think I can justify them ever. And this is a laugh stock. They're gonna laugh at my game because that's how terrible it was. So now, for obvious reasons, I'm not gonna be showing the name of my opponent because this is just completely embarrassing. So let's begin. E4. Already a disaster because I don't play E4 nowadays. I always start my game with F4, the birds. So this actually was a mouse slip. I was like, I just have woken up. I didn't even brush. I just got up, booted up a 3-0 and started playing. And so that was side effect of it. Okay, E4 is not bad anyway. Let's keep going. We have D6, the peers. D4, C6, the checks defense. Knight to C3, Knight F6, F4, the Austrian attack. This is the variation I play personally against the peers from very long time. Here we have G6 from the opponent. Knight to F3, black pinchetos. I play bishop to D3. This is all theory, castles. Sorry, and here I play the move of bishop to E3. The best move here is bishop to E2 for D2 or just castle. So engine says this is an inaccuracy for a good reason. The reason is because if you put out a bishop uh, right away in peers or these positions, this knight can just hop into G4 and tear it away. So I'll be giving up a knight for sorry bishop for a knight. And basically, if this bishop is dead, my attack is dead. So black will really be able to just get out the advantages by playing the move of knight to G4. However, black just played knight BD7, the best move. Here again I have another mouse slip, queen to E2. Excuse me. I was supposed to play queen to D2. My thought was queen D2, long castle, H3, G4, F5, get the bishop here, exchange. That's how you play the Austrian attack. However, here I had this, well, kind of a decent move, but not really that good. Here we have knight to G4. Engine wants black to go for E5 right away because that's the whole purpose of the opening. However, I'm sorry, knight to G4 is not a bad move because definitely you are supporting your central push and attacking my bishop at the same time. So yeah, that's not a bad move. Here I went for bishop to D2, another inaccuracy, but I don't want to give up a bishop for a knight, so I'm fairly sure that was not a terrible move. Here we have E5, and I played H3, kicking the knight out because I don't want this knight to stay here. Now we have a massive trade with E takes on D4, H takes, D takes, bishop takes, B takes, and knight to C5. So here we have a fairly normal looking, no, not a normal, but a fairly typical game of Austrian attack. We have these pawns over here. Black is castled. I would castle on the queen side. Black will try to create counterplay here. I would like try to push on deliberately on the G file. So with this position, we have basically come out of the opening. Like this is sort of the middle game starting point, in my opinion, because all this is just typical opening stuff. This whole E5 idea is the whole point behind the uh, period for the checks defense. So till this is the opening, and this whole sequence of moves is just a forced sequence. So I don't really call this the middle game. So you can go wrong in a middle game because of a couple of reasons. The first one is You make a bad plan. That is what we call as a bad understanding of the opening. Or you could make a good plan but have a bad execution, called as a tactical oversight. You might think of something but you completely forget what your opponent can do. It's a tactical oversight. And three, you make a bad plan and have a bad execution, then you call it a YouTube video. In this position, I played the move of knight to g5 after thinking for 5 seconds. The whole point, remember this is a 3-0 game, and I have 2 minutes in my clock. Sorry, 2:30 in my clock. So this move is an inaccuracy according to the engine because you overlooked an opportunity to block an attack on a vulnerable pawn and you permitted opponent to kick a knight. So yeah, I have given up my stupid pawn on t3 right away, a bishop on d3, and also this f6 is a good idea now because even after this, black will be safe. Black doesn't care. So my thought was basically that if black plays h6, kabam. If black played h5, boom, like this position is very delicate. Even though the engine says it's an inaccuracy, this definitely is a good move objectively because it's very hard to make a move out of black. This pawn is hanging. There is no real good way to guard this pawn. Pushing this pawn would be disastrous because any of these moves will be instant death sentence. Like if black plays this, I just chop and I bring my queen inside. It's GG for black. So black played h6. That's a mistake. So here you would think I would do this. So I did this. Now that's what you call as a pathetic knight sacrifice. Just insisting on losing that knight over there because my mind was, if this happens, I go here and here. Just complete, complete tunnel vision, isolated plan making without even thinking what my opponent can do. My opponent got intimidated. This is just a bluff. It's a free knight. There is no threat here. If I go here, there is absolutely zero threat. Black can just very quickly defend themselves. It's not a big deal at all. So black played king to g7 because they were genuinely afraid. Because now their thought was, if you take it now and I go here, at least they have this escape route that they can run to. Or put a rook here. Like if takes and the queen comes here, they can put a rook here and this is just no more attack over here. So at this point, the best thing to do for me probably would be bringing my knight back or something like that. So I played the move of bishop to c4. Still insisting on losing my knight because I have made up my mind already. Who cares? And by the way, I want to tell you this move right now the clock is at 2:34. This move happened and the clock is at 2:13. I had spent 21 seconds on a blatant knight hand. Yeah, and I am a 1600. Now I can tell you, having a rating of 1600 is a dream for so many people. And actually, people don't realize how strong having such a rating is. But the fact is, at 1700, you reach the top 99 percentile. With a rapid rating of 1735, I am at top 99.3 percentile of chess rating players in chess.com. So I'm better than 99% of players out there. And I'm making such pathetic, it's inexcusable. So yeah, let's keep moving. Bishop to c4. Obviously, now black does take because it's a free knight. Here, I go for another plan. After f takes, which is an inaccuracy, and it's dead lost. I have added the evaluation bar mostly as a gimmick to just give you an idea of how stupid this game is. So yeah, this is a bad move because I presume just black can put a rook here and just parry my attack, and also um, queen takes, is it a free pawn? Yeah, that's a free pawn, definitely. That's just a death of mind. No, but black played b5, attacking my bishop for some reason. Here I go for another pathetic rook sacrifice that absolutely does not work. Rook to h7. My thought was, you take, I come here, you can't escape this way. You have to go back. I go here, I defend my pawn, I box your king in, and then I castle, bring my rook, and destroy you. So let's see how that went. We have takes, queen h3 check, king to g8, and we have queen to h6. So now what? My threat is pretty simple: castle and put a rook here and destroy you. Black played queen to e7, and as you can see, at this position, the evaluation bar was at -10, and here it goes to 3.4. So pause the video and try to figure out what is the best move for me that gives me all the advantage. Now, if you saw that, the move is pretty simple. Queen takes on g6, check. That's a really difficult move to spot because this bishop is pinned to the king by, sorry, this pawn is pinned to the king by my bishop. So for that reason, black can't take me actually. This pawn's not even defended. So this is just a free pawn. So what did I do? I long castle. Tunnel vision at its extreme. Like I had decided on this whole and maneuver with long castle, rook here and mate. I'm like, that that's the only thing I'm thinking of right now. So castle, again the advantage is back to black, it is 6.7. It went from -10 to 3.4 to -6.7. Why is this a bad move? Well, I wish I could explain. I think probably because of bishop to e6. This will block my, oh sorry, yeah, sorry. Just takes. What I'm even thinking. Just simple pawn takes on c4 is just a free bishop for black and there is nothing for me. So what did black play? Black played bishop takes on g4. Again, the advantage is back to me. It is mate in 3. So we went from -10 to 3.4 to -6.7 to mate in 3 for white. Once again, it begins with queen takes on g6 check. The king has to go to the h file, at which point rook to h1, no legal moves except bishop blocking. I'm sorry, and rook takes. It's a simple mate. There's nothing for black over there. There's absolutely nothing. Black is dead. Which is why I played the move of rook to h1. It's back to 0-0. So why is this a bad move? Because, well, black can just blockade me. So black played bishop h5, which is the only sensible move at this point. And I played bishop to e2, another missed win. Why? The whole point is, I think at this point, I should have just sacrificed. The best thing to do would be just takes. After pawn takes, I can play queen h6, check, and just repeat moves. Just keep repeating moves and take a draw. With 0-0, the engine wants me to go for a draw. This move is bad. Obviously, the whole idea is you can't take me because it's mate, but that's not how it works. It's not checkers. So black can ignore my threat completely and do something else. And black has a lot of things to do. That's why black plays queen takes on e4. Not a bad move. Not the best, but not a bad move either. Because like at this point, if I take, black actually gives some checks and basically sorry, not that. Give some checks and cause me some trouble. So how did that go? I played bishop takes on h5, simple plan, and queen to e3, check. Now this check is how do I say? This check is a missed win according to the engine because after I play the move of king to b1, there won't be any more checks. Because if you take this pawn, I get enough time on my hand to just sacrifice even, and somehow just after you give a check, let's say for example after I go king to b1, queen takes, I can sacrifice. If black tries something like, sorry, if black tries something like this, I'm sorry, what, yeah, something like queen to b4 check, I can just march my king boldly. At some point, I'll just defend my king, or I can even go this way. Doesn't matter. Which is the exact reason why I played the move. Oh, wait, oh, no. I think the better move here would be king to b1 because then there's no check straight away. There are zero checks except knight coming in and sacrificing itself for no reason. So we have king to b2. Now that move looks the most logical to be honest because well you are defending a pawn. Black has no checks except this one, and turns out it leads to a mate. Knight to a4 is mate in 9. Now it's an absurd mate to spot. There is no way on earth black would have spotted this mate. It's very hard. Like the whole point is after I have to retreat and black creates a mating net and opens the B file and it's the rook here, I suppose. It's very hard to spot with all this coming on your way. With me barreling down your H file, it's hard to spot. So for that reason, black played B4. Now it's back to 0-0. It's draw. I played bishop takes on G6, sacrificing my bishop because I know for a fact it's going to be made soon. Black played queen to C3 check. That's the best move. And I went king to C1. Bad. In this position, if you see, for example, here this move is the best. The reason it is showing 0-0 is because of a crazy defensive resort. This point, if I put you with black pieces, 90% of players will lose the game. The reason is because it's very hard to defend themselves. How would you even defend yourself? Well, the point is after this, well, king to c1 is a terrible move, but without that, your queen goes back to g7 and there is no threat. This is the idea. This move gives more hope to black in a way. I should just play king to b1 and there won't be any checks. So king to c2 and it's back to minus 3.0. You overlooked the better way to evade check from the opposing queen. Of course, I know that. Here I came up and played queen to e3 check, which is a blunder because at this point, once again, black has to go here and just give up. Or maybe like come in with this check, at which point I can't go here because of mate. If I go here, check, and my rook is gone. So here the best move is just to go here. And if I wait, no, I'm sorry, what? I'm just blabbering at this point. So whatever, yeah. You get the point anyway. So I black played queen d3 check, which is a blunder because they step away from this diagonal. And I play king to b1 finally with some brain cells, and black at this point resigns, realizing the fact that there is no way of stopping this mate. There's a mate threat on h7 and h8, and the only way would be to just lose the queen and just lose all the pieces and then get mated eventually. You had a pretty competitive game there. Your opponent played better than you in the opening, and you and your opponent both threw away some big opportunities in the middle game. No, it was a war crime. What we did was a war crime. And as you can see, chess.com gave us a predicted elo of 750, and my accuracy was 45.5%. So, just coming back a bit, this position, this game started off like a normal peer's defense. This was a normal peer's position, nothing fanciful, a few inaccuracies. After e5 and this massive exchange in center of the board, I went for this terrible attack which doesn't work. Blundered my knight. Black took. I put a queen over there on the h file trying to barrel. Sorry, I sacrificed the rook for some reason and put a queen there and boxed black's king. And black blundered it. I didn't. We went from we one second. Wait a minute. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? It was -8. From -8 we went to -10. We went to 3.4. From there we went to 6.7 to mate in 3, not spotted, to a blundering a draw 0-0 to -7, and then after a couple of moves it was back to 0-0. No, minus made 9, back to 0-0. It was 0-0 for a while, and then it went back to -3, and then it went back to made 4, and finally I won the game. So yeah, I think this was a good example for people to what not to be done in a game. This is an example, and to be honest, this is an insightful game because this gives you hope. If you are someone who is watching this video rated below 1600, you have hope. You can definitely reach a rating of 1600 in chess.com because bozos like me are sitting here playing like a 750. If Gotham sees this game, he would disown me for real. Like, I wouldn't be a sub anymore. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. I have never made such a video ever because most of my games are they are bad, but not this pathetic. I have played games at lower accuracies, but mostly they are games that I lost in the opening because of some traps or I made some stupid blunder, one move blunder. I have never had a game that went this far out, like 30 moves in, with such a terrible plan, execution, piece hangs all over the place, and such a chaotic game with the eval bar having heart attack. So that was it for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If so, please do show your love by hitting the like button down below. Subscribe to the channel for more such amazing videos. I will see you guys soon. Till then, stay tuned. Bye.